All right, good afternoon, guys. So it's been a long day. I don't know if you remember, but I mentioned in yesterday's video that I wanted to go back to the beginning of the hike that I did the other day to the shelter up in the mountains because there were some cool houses I wanted to photograph there. But yeah, I never made it, and the reason is because to get there, to get to the trailhead, I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous video, but there's a section of 5 kilometers or so that is a dirt road. It's not in the best condition. It's just fine if you go slow, but yeah, it's rocky and there are loose rocks and things like that, so it could be potentially dangerous for the car. And the thing is that heading down yesterday after my hike, the car gave me a warning that it detected some loss of pressure on the left front tire, and I immediately thought that I had a flat tire. So what I did is I just drove back to the town. I went to the hotel. I checked in. I took a shower. I relaxed. I went back to the car 2 or 3 hours later and checked on the tire again. This car came with a little device to measure the pressure of the tire, so that's very nice and very convenient to have. But one thing that lacks is a spare tire. So I'm driving around here through the mountains on roads where there is no service or in dirt roads that lead to the trailhead or whatever without a spare tire. And that's probably not the best idea, so I have to get one, I know. But I don't have it on this trip. I have to deal with that. So the thing is, I checked on the tires and they seem to be fine. And the left front tire that the car was complaining about, it seemed to be just fine. But I wasn't sure because I had a bad experience in the past with the Jeep in the States. Something very similar happened to me, that the sensor started complaining. I actually stopped by a place. I had the car checked because I couldn't find anything, any leaks or anything. And they checked the car there too, and they couldn't find anything. And they said, keep going, everything is fine. It's just the sensor that went a little bit crazy. And 2 days later, I found myself in Yosemite on Christmas Eve with a flat tire in the middle of a snowstorm. There was no one that was willing to come to help because it was Christmas Eve. So I had to replace the tire by myself and drive some 40 miles to the nearest town to get some service so we could call someone to come pick us up. We got a tow truck to another 50 miles to another town. I mean, it was a mess. I didn't want to go through even half of it again. So I really wanted to make sure that I didn't have a leak. So I just again let the car rest the whole night. I went to bed and I just rested yesterday. I didn't take many photos. When I woke up this morning, the pressure was still fine, but the sensor was still complaining. So I didn't know what to think. So I decided to just really make sure, and I drove down to a place where I had the tire checked on again. I stopped every 5 to 10 minutes to check the pressure. If there was really a leak, I didn't want to drive for too long with a flat tire or something because it could be bad for the tire. But everything was fine, didn't lose any pressure, made it to the garage. And then they checked the tire there and they put it underwater. It looks like everything was fine. And so here I am now. Oh, I have a visit. Look. Anyway, very long story short, I didn't want to risk it. I know they told me everything was fine, but I was told the same in the States, and then that happened. So I'm taking it easy. I'm not gonna go back there. I'm not gonna take any dirt roads today. So I'm here. This place is called Cares. It's the name of the river. Cares or Cares, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but yeah, there is a hike here that is called the del Cares. It looks very beautiful. It's the trail goes along the river through this canyon, and hopefully I can make some beautiful images today. So yeah, let's do this.